Favourite memory?
Beating England, 30 points to 3.
Yep. Best hooker currently playing in the world right now?
Oh.
Give us a reason for fans to be positive about the Welsh national side.
I thought these were quick fire.
Hello, welcome to the Thatchers Farm and welcome to Hits Difference 22 Questions with Wales legend Richard Hibbard. What a man. Hibbs, 22 quick-fire questions, starting with number 1, hardest player you've ever played with or against?
Ledesma was a pretty hard bloke. Then you got your likes of your Pococks and McCaws, you know what they're like. Train all week to batter them and not let them go on the ruck.
Yeah.
You give some poor sod a bib in training, pretend to be them.
Yep.
You whack up on them and first jackal of the game, they're on the ball. So, and no matter what you did to them, you can hurt them.
Yeah.
So the likes of your McCaws, your Pococks. And with Filo, he's still scared of me to the day.
Yeah.
He told me to come down to Dragons training and see the boys, so I booked in and go down to Dragons training and see the boys. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
I'm glad you didn't say me, I'd have got embarrassed then, by the way. Biggest hit you ever made in your playing career? There's a few of these, isn't there?
Well, I'll be banned for all my hits now, so someone sent me some the other day and I was like, yep, banned.
So there's a big Lions one, wasn't there? There's a massive thing, and then there's one on the line, defending the Welsh line.
Yeah, that's your mate, and Joe.
Oh, was it?
He's a great bloke, played barbers, and we got on like a house on fire, but I hit him in an England game. That was
that
a
one?
good shot.
Good shot.
Yeah.
You're famed for your hair and tattoo. What's your favourite tattoo, and is there a good story to any of them?
Yeah, I got
a few terrible ones.
Yeah, it's very terrible. I got stories about those ones. Waking up drunk in a house party in the Valleys with a tissue on my leg, thinking, "Oh no, it could have been so much worse." But it turned out it looked like a Bacardi Breezer sign, didn't it? Yeah. Which is terrible.
Okay. Well, that was done at a house party.
Yeah, in a bedroom upstairs.
Okay.
It's lasted all right, to be fair.
That's
I've had it worse.
Yeah. Who did that?
I have no idea.
Right.
It could be anyone.
If you know,
get in touch. Yeah, if you know the person,
it was you.
I reckon someone will be dining out on that story. I once put a Bacardi Breezer sign on Richard Hibbard's leg at a house.
Yeah. Aki mentioned your famous locks, and you're still looking. It's looking really good. What made you chop? What made you go a bit shorter?
Originally, I did it for charity. Greg Bateman, People's Captain.
Yeah.
So he asked me to do it. I cut it all off for that. I came back. And I go through phases, it grows, and it grows like wildfire. Yes, it's hair on hair.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I could do with some of that.
Pair of you,
so not a lot on this. We're actually filming in Turkey next summer, aren't we?
Yes,
we are. Yes, we are.
In the clinic.
It'll be a proper glow up. It's different next time.
Who's the most inspirational leader you've played under?
Al, I explained earlier in the 15. He's just quality. He was led from the front. You want to go to battle with him, and you know he'll put his body in front of yours just as much as you do it is. So Al.
Opposition hooker you hated playing against the most?
Bestie would be one of them. Dylan would be another one. Bismarck would be a big one. He's a big bloke. I was a big bloke as a hooker, but he was a very big bloke. So those bigger hookers. But then there's the ones who used to do my head in was the little ones. Yeah. Because you're so big, they always get underneath you and really annoy you.
Yeah. But someone like Lee Mears, would he be
tough
to play against?
Some of that stature.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? You could probably
Scalp Brits, would that have been a problem? You know, opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yes. No, I just tell you about the scrum. Where you just step around me all day in the game. Yeah.
Best hooker currently playing in the world right now?
Oh, it's a fair one. You got Marks. I think they use him as a replacement. He's just absolutely in quality. Marshall, the French hooker. Again, they use him as a replacement, which is insane. But Movaka is not bad either. So those two are just quality. But you look at Sheehan over in Ireland. He's just
class.
He's quality. He's just everything you want in a modern day hooker, which I was not near it. I was more a modern day prop. He was a modern day back row. So he's just all the attributes around the park. Yeah. And he's pretty spot on with his.
Yeah. Favourite memory from your playing career?
Beating England, 30 points to 3.
That was a good one, yeah.
That to this day, I think it just literally just pips over the Lions, purely because you were coming down for a Grand Slam. Very confident. We'd been on a 9-game losing streak.
Yep.
Managed to get a couple of wins. And they were very confident coming down.
I say this to everyone that because Jamie, everyone says that's the greatest day, one of my greatest days of my life, and it's one of the worst of mine. But I'm so glad for you boys. Because it was unbelievable.
No, it was.
When I look at it from just a sporting perspective, for you to then stop us winning the Grand Slam. And have that incredible party with the roof closed.
Oh, that was just, I never felt like that ever again.
It was unbelievable. You can't almost write that script.
And that intensity of the game.
Yeah.
I remember just thinking, I am out on my feet here. It's got to be about 30, 32 minutes. Get to half time, I look at the clock, it's 12 minutes gone. I'm thinking, I'm not even getting 20. The intensity of the game. I looked at Adam and he was knackered, so I was like,
You're better than him, As long as you're better off than him.
Yeah.
The strangest teammate you've ever had?
Tom Palmer. Love him to bits.
That's right.
I love him to bits. He's one of my favourite people. I love him to bits. But one of the strangest blokes you'll ever meet. He wouldn't be surprised me. He'd kill me one day.
Yeah.
Hibbs really pushed his buttons.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Hibbs really pushed his
buttons.
Yeah. But he ran them as well. He'd be on a night out and he'd just pop out of a bush right next to the pub. And he hasn't been with us all day. Has he been watching us from the bush? Or, he's great. He was great. And he's a quality player as well.
He was quality. Strongest player you've ever seen in the gym?
The Islanders, Lecky and that side. These Islanders, they don't like to try either. Yeah. And they just go with what the flow is, isn't it? So if you've got 140 in the bar, they'll just go.
It's mad, isn't it?
Put some more on. And they just keep going. Manu.
Yeah.
Seen him in the Lions. And they told him to stop when he got about 170. He was like on the bench. I was 160 was it? I was saying, stop, you can keep going. Or,
he could dial it up.
But one of my fitness coaches, Dan Barr, used to get down and you've seen him on the sideline, mad Canadian, monster of a bloke.
Yeah.
He would do 180 for 10, like in the gym. He'd have a thermos full of black coffee. And he always did your weights when he was around.
Okay,
so.
Nice.
The weirdest thing you've seen or heard in a scrum?
Tialata, Barbers, Wales, just before we went out to Australia. He pulled on his socks, got some Starburst out and off for the front rows. Amazing. As you do. And we all took one.
Take one.
We all took one. And he was a big boy there. But feeling the sweet, he must have been there for a long time because he was melted.
Okay. Most skillful player you've played with or against?
It's got to be Tips. I mentioned earlier, just gifted. Someone who can see the game. You look at him, he looks like a bag of wind. He's not like the biggest bloke in the world. But he's just talented. He's gifted. He can read the game differently to you.
Is he good at everything? Like,
yes.
Is he like cricket, pick up a tennis bat?
Yeah.
Tennis
He's one of those. Even computer games.
Just do
probably,
stuff. Yeah. Annoying people.
And,
most vain teammate you've ever had. There's a few of these from back in the day, isn't there, from the Spice Boys?
Well, you got your
most vain teammate you've had.
Well, I know one. He's very close.
Very close. Nowhere near that group.
Don't forget now. I live next door to him. And I'll take him
from
say I'm leaving.
I would not be anywhere near that.
Half hour later to actually leaving. He's still doing his hair.
That you played with.
Sticking it down.
But you had the Fab Five, didn't you? It's we had a band. Tans and white boots at one point in the Ospreys. You had to have over 50 games for the boots. I think 100 games for tan.
Kim did, didn't Kim, Hookie's missus.
Yeah, they used to go there the night before games.
These boys used to look like so done up, didn't they?
Oh, I mean, honest God, they have waxing. They were different level.
Who was the worst?
You had Henson. Gav was bad. Bernie was just as bad. Hookie. He just sort of followed the crowd, didn't he? He was like a puppy.
Didn't he?
But he was one of them.
Okay. He got away with it, though, didn't he, somehow?
Yeah. But those two, Gav was different level. Like, he'd shave head to toe. It's everything. I think he's a cyclist, but he's not.
The most underrated player you've ever played alongside?
It's got to be Holler. I know everybody who's played with him or experienced him would say him. But not getting any caps when he's that quality. And like I said, if he played for a different nation, he would have 100 caps easy. Yeah.
Toughest training session you were involved in?
Any session I had to do was run in. Probably the World Cup camps was savage. I remember we used to
You used to work hard, didn't you?
Well, we do fitness tests before the session of fitness, which was insane. So we do runways.
Yeah.
You know, runways. Those are horrendous. And for a forward, because the backs get to a certain point and then you start coming back. Forwards never get to that point. So we're always at the furthest point when we got to get back. So we did them into 30 on, 30 off with 3 turns, into 40, 10 on, 10 offs, into another 30. I can remember this day just calling off it, and that was our test. That was the hump session. But we had one of those humps in every place we went. And just Switzerland was bad. We came down the gondola from the mountain, and you see the pitch. We used to train in like teams, like 10s, and you can see all the boys being sick on the side of the pitch as you pass in the gondola. You're thinking, can I just fall off or break down? As you can see, I didn't like fitness at all.
I did feel when you first arrived at Gloucester, you arrived at the back of a big injury, didn't you? And
yes.
You weren't in the shape that you then got into to play some of your best rugby for us.
Yeah.
We're going, we signed Hibbs' twin brother.
It was like a Ricky January moment, you know, where
I think we've signed the wrong one. Is the other one around somewhere?
Bear in mind, right, I come in a long couple of seasons.
Yeah.
I had a big injury then. I put on a little bit of weight. And you know what the first session I made me do?
Go on.
800 on track. I had plantar fascia, fascia the rest of the season.
Yeah.
That's cost me a Wales career, that did.
Right, best memory for playing with the Barbarians. If you remember any of it.
Yeah. So the only way to describe the Barbarians is like a stag do with a test match, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's just experience them all, the boys. You go to a team, you don't know who's turned up, and then like you like Terry Dusoha, you Albacetes, different. It's just the legends of these boys. It was incredible. It just the experience, different cultures, different people. Like the French can drink big one night, and that's it. You won't see them the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But it's just everything. Every part of it was just bringing all those different boys into a group.
I think examples like that, like the week we did against England, and you said Marla before. I don't think you'd have thought you were going to like it, and all of a sudden inseparable for the week. Yeah, and we got on really well. It was just a surprise. Like, obviously you go against people, you always got a thing in your head, but when we met, it was just a great.
It's the best experience.
Yeah, it is.
So you've done it. You can't really explain it, can you?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
And that is for some reason that's the pinnacle as well. There's always feel the pinnacle. Like you play country, you play Lions. But you always want a bit of that Barber's cap. It's that special.
It's the one.
First choice player to make a social event epic.
Is Hooky. Yeah, you put 2 pence in him. He's
just gone.
Yeah, he's like one of those monkeys with the tambourines. You just wind him up.
Yeah.
And to push him into the middle.
He's there.
He'll do his Jesus Christ song, won't he? And he's a great entertainment.
Amazing. Give us a reason for fans to be positive about the Welsh national side at the minute. I
thought these were quick fire.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, look, we're going through a transition period now. It's not. I did an interview this week. It's not going to be quick. It's not. It's a generational thing, and whoever we bring in now, they've got to have a long enough contract to make a dent over the next 2 cycles.
It's got to be a long-term, some long-term appointments now, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah. And someone, you're not going to chuck the baby out the bathwater. It's got to be, he's in place. Next 2 World Cups is his job to get the next layer coming underneath it. And without that, we're never going to be good again. But being Welsh, one thing we always have done is bat way above our station. Yeah. No matter what, if you think of a population of 3.2 million, it's insane where we are in the world standings at 1 point. Yeah. So we will get back there. Yeah. It's just we need patience.
Hibbs, that was 22 questions. What a boy. Thank you for coming down, mate.
Cheers,
really appreciate it. Cheers,